A lot of times the farther west you go, the drier it gets, and right now we're in a pretty good dry spell here in Albuquerque, and the humidities continue to drop, but some relief in sight as we go later into the week. But for now, very dry conditions, very hot conditions, especially in the southeast, triple-digit heat there, and no storms to talk about developing this afternoon, with the exception of perhaps far northern New Mexico, where we're really going to be hard-pressed to even get a shower or storm going there. More cloud cover bubbling up than anything else because of how dry it has become. As we go into tomorrow, that's when that next front starts to head our way. It's going to move into the northeastern part of the state tomorrow. That's about as far as it's going to make it by tomorrow afternoon. So it'll keep shower chances mainly up in the northeast, perhaps a friend to the Sangre de Cristo Mountains, and we'll get a little bit of relief from some of the heat up in the northeast, but that progress is going to continue with the front as we go through tomorrow night, and then everyone by Thursday will get some relief from the heat across central and eastern New Mexico. But as that front does make its way across the central part of the state tomorrow night, just like we typically see when we get those fronts, the easterly winds, they really pick up once they get squeezed to the canyon. So we may see that canyon wind developing, rattling the windows and all of that. For Albuquerque and Santa Fe, 15 to 25 mile-an-hour winds gusting to 35 tomorrow night, and Santa Fe could see some of those higher gusts too. We'll bring in some moisture, so some good news there. We're also going to have to keep a close eye on the fires burning up in the northern part of the state. Just about this entire time, we've had more of a westerly wind, and now we're going to see that change direction to an easterly wind that could affect some of the homes as the fires get pushed a little farther west. So something to keep a close eye on. But the good news is it is going to bring in quite a bit of moisture, and by Thursday afternoon, Friday afternoon, we could be talking showers, maybe a few thunderstorms, but perhaps some wetting rains up in the northern part of the state. Most of the moisture will stay east of the central mountain chain, but we'll have a little bit of it spill over, and that'll bring in the storm chances for Albuquerque and perhaps even up near Durango, where we have a high fire danger there. Red flag warnings in effect there for today. Humidity-wise, look how dry it has gotten. 14% in Albuquerque, 25% out to the west, 13% over in Ruidoso, and even out across eastern New Mexico. A significant drop from yesterday, and this is about as good as it gets. In the mornings is about as low as it gets, so it's just going to drop from here. So an extremely dry day ahead, and when you have the dry air in place, it means a lot more heat. Triple-digit heat out across the east, 90s in Albuquerque, and up in the Four Corners, 80s and 90s there too. Your forecast for southern Colorado, and again, we will see the chance for maybe a few mountain storms Wednesday, Thursday. Not much moisture to work with. Temperatures will stay in the low to mid 80s for highs. Northwest New Mexico, sunshine, and pretty much that's all we're going to get for the next week, with warm temperatures and highs in the low 90s. Not much for the southwest either, other than the possibility of a stray storm over in the Gila. Mainly just dealing with the heat, mid to upper 90s for many of you, and it gets even hotter tomorrow. Over in the southeast, heat the story today. Tomorrow, still really hot, but we start to get that cloud cover moving in. And then tomorrow night, a surge of moisture, and then the chance for afternoon storms Thursday and Friday, and a nice cool off, mid 80s for highs. That will feel much better than 104. Northeast New Mexico, sunny skies with winds at about 10 to 20. Temperatures still very warm today. We'll start to see that cool off tomorrow, perhaps a few storms around tomorrow afternoon or evening, and then better chances for showers Thursday and Friday afternoons. Northern mountains will get that chance mainly starting late tomorrow, and then Thursday and Friday afternoon. Santa Fe could get some rain out of that too, and a nice little cool off as well. East Mountains dry today with sunshine and highs in the upper 80s, but we'll get the chance for some showers starting tomorrow night, and then Thursday and Friday afternoons we could see some storms around those areas, the East Mountains. And then for the metro, low to mid 90s with more sunshine. No storms our way today or tomorrow, but perhaps Thursday and Friday with a little more moisture around. We can get a few storms going, and temperatures will get a little bit of a break from the heat. Highs in the mid 80s.
5 whole degrees.
Yeah, every little bit helps, right?
It does, and the moisture certainly would be good. Thanks, Kristen.